And we are back here in the Cinderella chapter and not the Goodbye My First Love chapter, which we were supposed to do next because, well, I did record the Goodbye My First Love chapter and I ended up getting a bad ending, which confused me because I chose the right options for that one. And then I realized, oh shit, I must have made a mistake in the Cinderella chapter, because otherwise I would never have even gotten to Goodbye My First Love properly. Or to Cinderella itself, actually. So then I realized what my mistake was. Remember last time I actually did follow the Banjuwu? Because I was thinking of the scene where Tay talks with you about potentially giving up on Yuri at Banjuwu. But that's in the next chapter, and you aren't supposed to follow them. So I'm gonna go for this scene. I was gonna go and just play through this chapter on speed again, correct my mistake, and then just do the proper recording for Goodbye My First Love. But the refusing does give a slightly longer scene-ish thing. It makes some major difference in what goes on next. So I decided to record it and then skip to Goodbye My First Love and give you that. Oh, sorry, I'll pass. I was still thinking of Yuri. I have to see him today, or everything I did to get ready this morning will become useless.
혹시 그거 오늘 힘주고 온 거랑 관련이 있는 거야?
I wouldn't wonder why putting in a hairpin and different shoes would be dressing up, but I tend to not dress up, so minor things would probably be referred to as such. Soy squinted at me. No. Anyway, I'll pass for days, so you guys go ahead.
뭐 알았어. 너 아무리 남자가 생겼어도 친구 관리도 잘해야 한다는 거 잊지 마.
Soy pouted. I felt a bit guilty and left the classroom. So is always so sharp. I think you are referring to Soy, but I notice myself when writing my stories I make that kind of mistake myself at times. She's usually slow, but for these things she knows everything. Except actually dating someone, apparently. But I know she was like that because she cherishes me as a friend. Thinking like that, Soy's pout seemed cute. I hurried and changed my directions. This morning I set something for myself. Let's go see Yuri. Of course he would be in the music room, because as you know, a specific subject teacher never leaves the room assigned to that subject. Yes, Yuri would be in the music room. I headed to the music room without hesitating. Excuse me. Sure enough, when I opened the door to the music room, I found Yuri reading music sheets. Is it the piece he was playing at the day of the storm? Yuri stared at me and froze for a while. And then he turned his head back to the sheets.
왔구나. 들어와.
Yeah. I closed the door and went to his side. Yuri's cup was on the piano. The familiar Secret Garden scent made me smile. He still drinks this. Yuri, classes are over. What are you doing here? Yeah, aren't teachers like students who, immediately have the rest of the day off when the bell rings?
뭐 이것저것 할 일이 남아 있어서. 그런데 넌 무슨 일이야?
I want you to praise me. Huh? Oh, I didn't know what to say. Yuri left home early today, so I didn't get to see him. So I just came to see him. Does he not care how I look right now? Zoe, Shinbi, and everyone else all commented on how I look, but Yuri's not saying anything.
어?
He's looking at me as if he has no idea why I'm here. Right, the exams are next week. So I was studying for music and I got stuck. I was restless from lying and talking gibberish. Tay would surely laugh at me if he hears that I first went to Yuri for help instead of Lance. I would pick Yuri over Lance any day, so that's not that weird. Besides, I can't believe I'm asking for help from a teacher who is writing the exams. I should have come up with a better excuse. Yuri stopped looking at the sheets and stood up from his seat. I now saw his eyes. My heart feels as if it's about to explode. I was wearing the hairpin Yuri bought me. I woke up early to do my hair and put on makeup. I put in much more care than usual. Yano, Red, and Tay all looked at and told me I looked pretty. Also, there should not be a comma after Red. If there was a fourth name, or a third name after Red's, and then Tay was a fourth one, it would make sense, but Yano, comma, Red, and Tay. Wouldn't Yuri say something too? I want Yuri to think I'm pretty. I felt nervous and my hands became sweaty as if I was being interviewed. Yuri pointed to the seat beside him.
앉아.
응?
물어보고 싶은 게 있다며. 알려줄 테니까 앉아.
I'll help, comma, so sit. Okay, sure, thanks. He definitely saw me. He must have seen the hairpin. But Yuri didn't say anything. Come to think of it, he acted a bit strange from the moment I entered the classroom. The music room. Music classroom, whatever. Usually he would have flirted and said playful things to me. But now...
그래서 모르는 부분이 어디지? 오랜 봐줄 수 없어. 모두에게 공평해야 하니까. 네가 질문하는 부분만 대답해 줄게.
Stop acting like a real teacher, it's so creepy. He wasn't just being a teacher, he was being cold. Right now, Yuri is treating me strictly as a student. He wasn't like this until yesterday. What happened overnight? Does he not like how I look right now? I'm not used to dressing up like this. So do I look a bit awkward? Or am I not good enough for him? I suddenly felt anxious. Well, actually, I'm not here because of the exams. It's just that you left early today and I didn't get to see you. I came to see how you are.
그렇군.
응?
이제 얼굴을 봤으니 호기심은 충족되었지?
No, I want you to see me and tell me I'm pretty. Huh? Oh, sorry for talking away your time. Then I'll get going. I stood up abruptly from my seat. And I escaped the music room in a hurry.
젠장, 내가 지금 뭘 하고 있는 거야? 기다려!
I stopped as Yuri called me. Yuri was coming out of the music room with his jacket and music sheets.
나도 지금 나갈 거야. 곧바로 집으로 갈 거지? 같이 가자, 태워줄게.
No, I'll just take the bus. I felt guilty for bothering him while he was working. And at the same time, I felt a bit upset. I felt like crying. What am I feeling right now?
됐어, 데려다 줄게. 내 차 어디 있는지 알지? 거기서 기다려. 교무실 가서 짐 챙기고 올게.
I gathered myself and headed towards the parking lot as he told me to. Did something bad happen to him? I suddenly felt worried about Yuri. It's weird that I clung on to his every word so much that I didn't even wonder if something happened to him. I just wanted to look good in front of him. I'm upset that things didn't work out as I hoped. He was silent on the way home. I sat right by his side, but he just focused on the steering wheel. I hope he kept his eyes on the road and not the steering wheel. The air feels heavy. I should have just taken the bus. I wanted to surprise him, but I guess I failed miserably. Well, not failed, but I feel like he doesn't like me for some reason. It hasn't even been a day since I realized what I feel for Yuri. But seeing him suddenly change his attitude towards me, I have no idea what to do. And why do I feel so upset? I kept wanting to cry, but I tried my best to keep back the tears. If I start crying here, I really won't be able to take it back. I clenched my fist and silently shouted to myself, "Don't cry! Don't cry!" He must have seen my red eyes. If you have red eyes, that generally means that you already cried. I started to talk about something else on purpose. The air is pretty dusty today. My eyes feel prickly. The car stopped at the red light. Why now? The timing was awful. I felt my heart sink to hear that.
저기,
At that moment my phone rang and cut his words. Felt like I was saved by the bell. Yuri just stares as I purposefully exaggerate while rummaging through my bag to find it. Sorry, it's my phone. The caller ID says it's from overseas. Is it my parents? I don't know, do you know more than them overseas? Hello?
여보세요? 딸?
Mom?
그래, 바로 받아서 다행이구나.
What's up? Isn't it night there?
밤은 밤이지. 그보다 넌 요즘 어떻게 지내고 있니?
Me? I'm always the same.
할아버지 돌아가신 후로 제대로 얼굴 한번 못 봤구나. 너 다음 주쯤에 시간 있니?
Time? Why?
다음 주에 세미나 때문에 출국하는데 중간에 잠깐 들릴 수 있을 것 같더구나.
You're coming here? Both of you?
그래. 하지만 여유가 없어서 아마 공항 근처에 호텔에만 있게 될 것 같아.
Oh, okay.
그래서 말인데 모처럼 만나는 거니까 아빠가 같이 식사라도 하자는데 넌 어떠니?
That sounds good. I haven't seen you guys for a while. I'll cancel other plans if I have to.
어머, 그런 예쁜 소리도 할 줄 알아? 아무래도 엄마랑 아빠가 호텔에서 이동할 시간은 없을 것 같은데 네가 호텔로 와줄 수 있겠니?
Yeah, sure. Tell me the name of the hotel when your schedule's set.
그래, 일정 정해지면 다시 전화할게.
Okay.
그리고 말이지, 이번 세미나가 꽤 커서 우리 연구팀이 모두 같이 갈 예정이거든. 그날 호텔에 우리 연구팀 사람들이 전부 다 투숙할 것 같으니까 특별히 신경 좀 쓰고 오도록 해. 엄마랑 아빠 친구분들도 많이 계시단다. 무슨 말인지 알지? 우리 체면도 생각해 주렴.
Okay. I'll make sure.
웬일로 그렇게 고분고분하게 대답을 하니? 아무튼 그렇게 말을 해주니 엄마는 기쁘다. 그럼 다음 주에 보자.
Yeah, see you soon.
부모님이야?
Yeah, I think I did mention in the previous video that there seemed to be a missing call, but I guess this is a missing call that we would have gotten had I not screwed up by going to Banjul in the previous video. Oops! After I hung up, Yuri naturally asked me about the call. I pretended to be completely fine with him in order to break the ice. Huh? Yeah.
여기 오시는 거야?
Yeah, but don't worry. We're probably just having dinner and they'll leave right after further seminar. They won't come to the house. Sometimes they stop by the house when they come, but most times they're too busy, so we just see each other elsewhere. So they won't find out about my new family.
딱히 그런 걱정을 한 건 아니야. 네 목소리가 좀 어두워 보여서.
That's because of you, not them.
너 괜찮은 거야?
No, you haven't complimented my prettiness yet. What? The lights changed and the car started again.
아까 통화한 내용 조금 틀렸거든. 체면이 어쩌고 하는 거.
Oh, you heard. Well, you know, I didn't really dress well. I had dinner with some pretty powerful people a couple times because of my dad, but they all love suits so much. You don't need to hear the rest of it. I got scolded once for wearing jeans. Mom must have remembered that. It was a formal dinner and I wore jeans and a t-shirt. No wonder she scolded me. Yeah, I don't know. Did she say that it was a formal dinner? 'Cause, I mean, jeans... No. It's just not something you wear for formal dinner, but colored slacks, depending on the color, would work. You don't have to wear a dress.
그동안 예쁜 옷이나 구두를 보면 가지고 싶다는 생각 안 들었어?
Huh? I looked at Yuri, but it was completely focused on driving. The mood wasn't as bad thanks to my mom's call, but Yuri still seemed a bit cold. Things are not working out today. Well, I do want cute and adorable things, but I never thought I wanted to wear them or buy them.
왜?
Well, I think it's because of what Grandpa said.
할아버지?
Yeah, every time Mom nagged me, he used to say this. That since I'm a girl, I'll start caring about how I look when I start liking someone. I'm wearing the hairpin Yuri gave me, and a pair of girly Mary Jane heels. Saying that while wearing all these was like telling him straightforward that I like him. No, not really. I felt my face get red at the embarrassment. What if Yuri figures it out? Don't you want him to know that you like him? I glanced to my side. Yuri suddenly stopped the car. I almost bit my tongue because of the sudden stop. It was startling and couldn't finish talking. Yuri?
좋아하는 사람이 생기면 예쁘게 핀다고?
What? Yuri wasn't smiling. Maybe... he looks angry. His face was stiff and his mouth was shut tight. I felt a bit flustered. Is he mad at what I just said? I don't know. I was basically telling him that I like him. But Yuri got mad at it. Yuri...
아니야, 됐어. 방금 건 잊어. 가자.
Yuri started the car again. He's not... Negative thoughts started to creep up in my head. This time I really felt like crying. Wow. Yesterday I came back to my room, buried my face in the pillow, and cried silently. The more I tried to not cry, the more the tears escaped my eyes. And this morning I was left with the results. Right in my eyes. They're so swollen. I'm basically telling everyone I cried myself to sleep yesterday. I massaged my eyelids with my fingers, but the swelling didn't seem to go away. Of course swelling isn't going to go away if you put pressure on it. You need to cool them, like ice cubes in a dish towel or a cooling pack. It's not gonna, remove it magically, but it is going to help a little bit. It just takes time for swelling to go down. I'm doomed.
마스터, 일어나셨어요?
Yano opened the door and came in. Oh, hey, Yano. I hid my swollen eyes and said good morning to Yano. How do I explain my face right now? I couldn't think of an excuse. I pondered awkwardly, covering my eyes.
오늘 아침은 마스터가 좋아하는 것들로 잔뜩 준비했어요. 어서 씻고 나오세요.
Okay, I'll be out soon. Yano closed the door and left. He didn't say much. Did he not see my face? Maybe he was being polite, noticed it, and decided to not put attention on it. I hurriedly got ready and went to the living room. They looked a bit better after I took a shower, but they were still swollen. I lowered my head as much as I could and sat at the table.
안녕, 좋은 아침.
Yeah.
배고프지? 자, 이거.
Tay gave me a plate full of food. Thanks.
우와, 오늘 진수성찬이네. 야, 이거 먹어. 옐로우가 널 위해서 특별히 만들었다니까 많이 먹어.
Oh, thanks. On the plate Red handed me was a rabbit-shaped fried egg.
자, 얼른. 이거 먹고 한 방에 날려버려야지.
Huh? What?
뭐긴 뭐야. 그야 재수없는 유리녀.
Red suddenly disappeared under the table. It was due to Lance kicking him in the shin.
아침부터 시끄럽습니다. 쓸데없는 말 그만하고 식사에 집중하시죠.
By the way, in case it's not very obvious yet, we know what happened, so we're being very, very nice to you right now. You're being so subtle about it, guys.
너 이 자식. 내가 모처럼 분위기를 좋게 하려고 노력하는데 왜 그래?
당신이 가만히 있으면 분위기는 자연스럽게 좋아집니다. 물론 이 자리에서 사라져 준다면 더욱 좋겠죠.
Hello, Pot. My name's Kettle. You're black. Or the other way around. Either way, you kindly disappear too, Lance.
뭐? 내가 왜 사라져? 사라질 것은 내가 아니라 네 놈이다. 오늘 너랑 유리랑 세트로.
아 이런. 미안 레드. 손이 미끄러졌네. 괜찮아?
총사령관. 지금 냄비 뚜껑을 일부러 나한테 던진 것 같은데.
Red looked like he was about to cry. He looked troubled since he couldn't cover both his shin and his head at the same time. You actually can. You have to curl up, but you can do it. But it might be a cowardly thing to do for a justice warrior. Tay gave him a sweet smile.
기분 탓이겠지. 그보다 얼른 먹어. 다들 어서 가야지. 이러다가 버스 놓치겠어.
The bus? How about Yuri's limo?
오늘은 다 같이 버스를 타고 가려고요. 마스터와 함께 가고 싶어서요.
But if I go with you in the bus at the same time, all of you, I'm gonna get killed. Because girls are gonna swarm you. Yano grinned and said that. Come to think of it, I don't see Yuri.
아침에 일이 있다고 일찍 나갔습니다.
아마 요즘 일이 많은가 봐요.
Yano forced a big laugh. What is this? I feel as everyone's caring for me this morning. Am I wrong? You are an idiot, Yuri. You are really an idiot. Well, see you guys soon.
저희와 같이 가면 좋을 텐데.
No thanks, I like being alive. Nah, I might really get trampled if I take the bus with you guys.
조심해, 넘어지지 말고. 어제처럼 말이야.
Okay. Tay gave me an inscrutable smile and saw me off. Tay saw me when I came home crying my eyes out. When Tay asked me why I was sobbing, I just told him I tripped and it hurt. Yeah, she fell down some stairs.
이봐, 혹시 누가 나쁜 자식이 괴롭히면 말해. 내가 한 번에 달려가 줄게.
Okay, thanks, Red.
교실에서 뵙겠습니다.
Okay, see you soon.
마스터, 억지로 웃으시는 거 보니 마음이 아파요.
총사령관, 정말 이걸로 괜찮은 거야? 대체 무슨 일이야? 히로인이랑 유리가 싸울 일이 뭐가 있는 건데?
Red? Well, I haven't done your route yet. I have read minor things about yours, and you really shouldn't be talking. Your route is apparently full of bad things happening at times, so you're not one to talk.
됐어. 두 사람의 일이니까 우리가 끼어들 순 없지. 그냥 우리는 옆에서 덜 힘들도록 기운을 북돋아 줄 수밖에.
Let her feel bad. Let her feel bad for, I don't know, a day or two. Let her cry herself out, then get exhausted, and then feel better. You know, better one short instance of very bad feelings rather than forcing yourself to smile and prolonging the pain.
뭔지는 모르지만 하루빨리 해결이 되면 좋겠군요. 어수선한 분위기는 피하고 싶습니다.
Yes, Yuri, let's, patch things up because we don't want to inconvenience Lance. You selfish bint.
네, 분위기가 많이 우울해요. 하루빨리 마스터가 다시 진심으로 활짝 웃어주시면 좋겠어요.
곧 그렇게 될 거야.
이 책상은 왜 여기 있고 난리야? 당장 사라지지 못해?
As soon as I opened the door, I saw Soy getting angry at a desk. What's up with her?
축제 준비 때문에 스트레스가 쌓인대.
Oh. After venting out her anger to the desk, Soy approached us. Soy, how are you? You must be really stressed out.
안녕. 그리고 스트레스는 이제 괜찮아. 요즘 스트레스 해소를 위한 모임에 나가고 있거든.
Group sessions?
세계의 종말을 맞추지 못한 마야인에게 화풀이를 하는 모임이야.
I keep reading that the Mayans actually back then didn't predict that the end of the world would happen in 2012, so we're the idiots who misinterpreted their calendar? Or whatever? Besides, what do you need group sessions for? Just, I don't know, get yourself a sandbag and punch the crap out of that when you're stressed. There are so many types of people in this world.
아 참, 너희 들었어?
What?
내일 축제 때 유리 선생님이 드럼 치신대. 이야긴 들었지만 실제로 보는 건 처음이라 너무 기대돼. 사진 많이 찍어야지.
너 준비위원이면서 그거 구경할 시간이 있겠어?
까짓거 땡땡이 치면 되지.
How can you play hooky when you're at the location that you want to play hooky from?
그러다가 무슨 사고라도 터지면 어쩌려고.
We do have an infirmary and a nurse. He takes care of things.
그거야 당사자들이 알아서 하라고 해. 어차피 인생은 사건과 사고의 연속이야.
She was weirdly convincing. Anyways, Yuri is playing the drums at the festival. I remember the concert I saw before. That day, I was so touched at how great the show was. And at the same time, it was the day I realized my feelings for Yuri. My heart still aches to think about him. I'll need more time to forget Yuri. God, it's been less than 12 hours. Why is my heartbreak not gone? The class suddenly got noisy. I hear the students stirring. Lance and Yuna weren't in the classroom. The class would never stir without those two, so it was weird.
저 아이는...
I followed Soy's fingers and looked at the back door. It's Flower Boy, standing there, creepily staring at me like Edward Cullen. You creepy stalker. How about you say something?
어서 가봐. 빨리.
Oh joy. Soy pushed my back. Wait! Soy pushed me towards the back door.
안녕.
Oh, hey. Why didn't you say anything? Why did you just stare at me like a stalker?
긴장하지 말라니까 그러네. 걱정하지 마. 오늘은 대답을 들으러 온 거 아니니까.
What?
너 내일 축제 때 다른 약속 있어? 없으면 나한테 시간 좀 내주지 않을래?
Huh?
하루 종일 같이 있어 달라고 하는 건 아니야. 오후 3시쯤 어때?
I overall do not condone or see the point in hanging around with someone that likes you, but you are absolutely sure that you don't like them back in that way. So really, why string them along? It's not fun, it's not fair, it's actually quite frankly disrespectful. And this is the correct thing to say. Nope. Nope. Don't want anything from you. Though I actually think this is a trick question because I'm pretty sure I recall the first time I went through Yuri's route, I did say okay. But I still ended up getting the good ending. So it might not matter what we say here. But, I'm still gonna say no. Not that it's gonna matter, as you can see. Sorry, I already have...
시간 많이 뺏진 않을게. 조금만 내주지 않을래?
No. You're not taking my no for an answer, so... no. The boy suddenly took my hand.
내일 너한테 꼭 하고 싶은 말이 있어. 그리고 너한테 듣고 싶은 말도. 그러니까 부탁이야.
You know what, Eri? Just dump his ass right away. First of all, you obviously don't like him to begin with. You already made up your mind to say no to him anyway. Second, he's not taking your no seriously. He's like, I know that you're saying no, but I'm ignoring that because I want you to do what I want you to do. You asshole. If I say no, you better accept that. You better acknowledge that. You do not try to somehow change my opinion or decision. That just makes you come across as an asshole and a creepy stalker, and I could very easily want to throw you down a flight of stairs here. I felt weak after seeing his sincere eyes. Okay. Well, I guess if I'm with him, I might be able to get rid of my feelings for Yuri. First of all, Eri, grow some fucking balls. Second, what a lovely thing to tell someone. I'm only spending time with you to forget about my ex that I'm totally still in love with. Like, thank you, I'm just a substitute distraction. I hesitated but soon nodded. Alright, see you then.
진짜? 좋았어. 고마워. 그럼 내일 보자. 기다릴게.
The boy gave me a sweet smile and disappeared. I went into the classroom and found Soy and Shimbi clinging onto the door. What are you doing?
염탐, 도청.
I passed them and sat at my desk. Soy mumbled and came towards me.
보기에는 자상한 프린스 쪽인데 의외로 대범하네. 치, 아까운 걸 놓친 기분이야.
테이 선배는 어쩌고?
그러니까 그게 걸린단 말이지. 아, 왜 나는 두 사람이 아닌 걸까? 두 사람으로 쪼개서 모두 사귀면 좋을 텐데.
그건 일단 한 사람이라도 사귄 다음에 해야 할 말인 것 같은데.
그래서 너 어쩔 거야? 저쪽은 내일 결판을 내겠다는 분위기인데 넌 결정했어?
Yes, I did. I decided to say no, but he decided to not take that as an answer. Do you still want him? You can have him. Well, I've just moved on from Yuri. No, I've just decided to move on from Yuri. Being liked or liking someone right now sounds too tough. But the bright smile I saw from the boy earlier bothers me. His innocent bright smile was telling me he's sincere. He looked like he meant it. And that was what I never saw from Yuri, who laughed everything off. If I'm in a relationship with him, I'd be happy. Do you mean Flower Boy or Yuri? I think she's referring to Flower Boy, but still. His bright smile would make me smile. But regardless, the more I thought about it, the more I sighed. My heart sank more and more.
반줄.
Huh?
오늘 끝나고 반줄에 가자.
Why all of a sudden? Shimbi suddenly suggested that we go to Banjulu. I looked at her wondering why, but she just closed her eyes.
좋은 차는 사람의 마음을 달래주니까.
Well, that is certainly true. I think I would prefer to not drink overpriced tea in a public place. I can just go home and drink tea there and still get comfort. And I don't have to pay for the tea, beyond the initial purchase. So I nodded at what Shimbi said.
나도 힐링이 필요해. 이대로는 배가 아파.
Shimbi smiled at Soy's word. Still, I realized I felt less upset because I have these friends.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 어서 오세요.
안녕, 시온.
늘 앉으시는 자리죠?
Shion escorted us to our seats. We went to the seats we always go to.
자, 메뉴판 드릴게요.
아니, 오늘은 바로 주문할게. 근데 태희 선배는 오늘도 안 계신 거야?
아, 네. 오늘은 오후 늦게 나온다고 했어요.
늦게? 그때까지 기다릴까?
Let's order.
난 시크릿 가든으로 부탁해.
네. 다른 분들은요?
The same for me.
나도. 아, 나는 당근 케이크도 한 개.
단 걸 많이 먹어도 살 안 찌는 모델. 내 친구지만 부럽다.
네, 알겠습니다. 그럼 시크릿 가든 3잔에 당근 케이크 1조각 주문받았습니다. 잠시만 기다려주세요.
응, 부탁할게.
A few moments later, Shion brought our food.
좋다.
아저씨 같아.
뭐 어때? 지금 태희 선배도 없는데. 그보다 말이야.
Soy put down her cup, and she stared at me. She was like a detective getting ready for interrogation. And beside her, Shinbi was looking at me the same way.
자, 말해봐.
What?
네가 지금 우울한 이유.
Well, the guy I like probably doesn't like me back, and I also live with 5 hot guys in one room. Actually, one house. And also a creepy boy is trying to stalk me and force me into dating him. Then again, one of those things was not really all that much to be sad about. What? What do you mean?
몰라서 물어? 아침부터 계속 어두운 얼굴을 하고 있잖아.
힘이 돼줄 수 없을지도 모르지만 그래도 말하고 나면 조금이라도 기분이 나아질지도 몰라.
I know you mean well, but, you know, sometimes when I have one of my really off days, I don't want to talk with people. Because if I talk with people, I'm gonna start crying, which is what I really want to avoid on such days. So, in such a case, just leave me be. I'll probably be feeling better by the next day, so I don't need to talk.
아침에 너 보고 신비가 계속 걱정했어. 우리 신비가 의뢰 하나는 끝내주거든. 입은 무거우니까 믿어.
And you will?
당연하지. 난 우정보다는 사랑이라는 주의니까. 하지만 네 비밀을 말할 때는 너한테도 미리 말해줄게.
I guess that's fair. It was so Soy to not say she won't tell. But that's why I like Soy. I think being dead honest is one of her charms. But this wasn't something I could tell them. The feelings I have for Yuri and everything that happened is all mine to handle. Thanks for caring, but I can't really tell you guys.
그래. 네가 그렇다면 알았어. 자, 이거 먹어.
Shinbi handed me the carrot cake.
그래, 많이 먹어. 그래서 나보다 더 뚱뚱해지도록 해. 요즘 너 살도 빠진 것 같았다고.
넌 살쪄도 귀여울 거야.
You know, about a week ago or so, I saw a plus-size model who was not plus-size at all. She was stout, is probably what you would say, but she wasn't fat. She had very nice, natural, wonderful curves on her body. And she's plus-size model, but weighs less than I do, whereas I wear way more than she does, but am thinner than her. Why is she a plus-size model in such a case when I am not plus-size? So yeah, fashion needs to figure out and stop thinking what is fat or plus-size. I saw some other plus-size models later who really were fat and plus-size. That is fat. That is not what that first one was. She was stout. She was probably good. Not fat at all. Shinbi gave me a sweet smile.
나는? 응? 나는? 야, 음이라니!
The two kept on saying ridiculous things on purpose to make me laugh. They both probably know everything anyway, since they instantly understood that I didn't want to talk about it. But they didn't ask any more questions and just comforted me. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you guys are by my side. After that, Soy Shinbi and I chatted about small things. I felt better after chatting with my friends. I tottered back home. After parting with my noisy friends, the emptiness crept in again.
그렇게 한숨을 쉬면 진짜 언젠가 땅이 꺼질지도 모르겠다.
I turned around at the voice talking to me. It was Tay. He was smiling and coming towards me. Oh, Tay, are you going to work?
응. 넌 여기 웬일이야?
I don't know, what could I be doing on the street where Banjul is located? I went to the cafe with Sai and Shinbi.
그래. 그럼 나하고 잠시만 이야기 좀 할 수 있을까?
Tay led me to a corner away from the crowd. He looked serious.
일하러 가야 하니까 간단히 말할게. 꼭 해야 하는 말이니까.
What is it?
유리와 앞으로 어쩔 거야? 이대로 포기할 거야?
When Tay mentioned Yuri's name, I froze. I thought I hit it pretty well. Did Yuri tell him? You didn't hit it well at all. Like, at all. Then that would be more shocking. I was flustered and started stuttering. Did Yuri...
아니, 오해하지 마. 누가 말해줘서 알게 된 건 아니야. 그냥 자연스럽게 눈치챈 거야.
Not that it was difficult to figure out.
예전부터 원래 내가 남의 기분을 파악하는 건 좀 잘했거든.
I don't recall that being a thing on your route, but sure. Let's take your word for it.
그보다 대답은? 넌 앞으로 어쩔 거야? 지금 이대로 있을 거야?
Tay's question was so unexpected. I instantly came back to my senses at that. To be honest, I asked that question to myself a billion times. And at the same time, I deliberately forgot about it after I decided to move on. I felt like I could be honest with Tay. It's the answer I didn't even give to myself, but I wanted to tell Tay. Of course we're not gonna give up. Otherwise we're not gonna get Yuri. To be honest, I don't want to give up. Yes, that's how I truly feel. I know in my head that I should move on, but I still felt too much for him. No, it was more than that. All I thought about was Yuri. My heart sank whenever I heard his name. I thought of Yuri at the smallest things and felt hurt. I haven't moved on at all. Not even a tiny bit. It hasn't even been 24 hours since, and you expect to just move on like a finger snap? I mean, I know that some people can do that. I probably belong to those types of people. But most people require a period of time to, relax, to feel sad, to feel the heartbreak, and then they slowly get past that and they can move on, not think about the person so much and blah blah blah, all that stuff. Yet you were expecting it to just be shoulder shrug and done. I haven't given up. I'm so stupid for not knowing to give up. I was honest, but I couldn't look at him properly.
너
But I'm going to give up. I know that Yuri doesn't care for me. I'm not that stupid. But you can't just decide to not feel something. I forced out a smile. I've been getting used to faking smiles. Used to faking smiles, okay? I felt like I was getting further and further away from how I used to be.
괜찮겠어?
응?
지금처럼 지내는 거 말이야.
Well, I don't really know. But time solves everything, right? So I'll probably be okay. When time passes, there might come a day when I can laugh about all this. I pretended to be fine, but I don't think I can fool Tay. His expression didn't loosen at all. He seemed to worry more.
너무 애쓰지는 마. 힘들면 나한테 와서 이야기해도 돼. 알았지?
At that moment, I wanted to start crying and tell Tay everything. But I stopped myself. I can't let others suffer for what I feel. If I start crying now, Tay will worry more. I can't burden him like that. Thanks. I smiled to show him how much I appreciated it. I hope my smile looks natural this time. I sat at my desk and opened my diary. The clean white page was waiting for me. I have to write down everything that happened today like I always do, but somehow I don't feel like it. I feel confused. Everything that happened today swirled together and seemed all tangled up. There was only one thing that I remembered clearly. The name Yuri. I felt as if the empty page was fully covered with Yuri's name. I like you. But of course there was no answer. I clutched my hair. I'm so stupid. What am I doing? I don't know. You're saying that you want to move on from a guy who you think doesn't like you without even bothering to confess? As it is, we know that Yuri likes you, of course. But you're intending on giving up without even risking anything? I mean, at least if you confess and he says no, sure, you get rejected and it hurts like hell, but at least you can say, I did it, I was honest, it didn't work out, I can cry and heal from this. As it is, you're just holding this ball of unrequited love inside of you and, well, supposedly unrequited, and you're just going to wallow in self-pity about it. You know, at least have the balls to properly get rejected. Yes, it hurts. It's kind of supposed to hurt when you're rejected. But at least you will have clarity. I closed the diary without writing anything and threw away my pen. I buried myself on the bed. My body was exhausted because of all of my feelings. Tomorrow is the day of the festival. The academy will be noisy throughout the whole day. If I go along with the atmosphere, I might be able to forget about all this for a while. I hope I do. I hope I feel better tomorrow. I wished that and fell asleep.
그래, 그런 일은 일기로 남길 가치도 없어. 다 잊어버려. 보이지 않으면 잊게 될 거야. 그러면 더 이상 아플 일도 없어.
Yeah, Nameless has to pop up apparently, which you originally didn't do, of course.
뭐야? 할 말 있어?
글쎄, 어떨까?
늘 말하지만 너랑 같은 방을 쓰는 건 정말 최악의 선택이었어. 운도 지지리도 없지.
칭찬 고마워. 그런데 말이야, 요즘 이상한 소식을 자꾸 듣고 있거든. 이야기를 들어보니 너 그 녀석과 마주치기 싫어서 수업을 변경했다면서?
그런 이야긴 대체 어디서 듣는 거야?
몰랐어? 난 여학생들뿐만 아니라 선생님들과도 꽤 친하거든.
네 본 모습을 모두에게 알리고 싶군. 특히 그 아이에게 말이야.
Oh, I know what Tay is like. I knew it before doing his route because there's just something about him that makes me think there's something really bad underneath that surface. But then I am naturally suspicious of very nice or innocent people.
뭐, 그러고 싶다면 그렇게 하도록 해. 네 말을 믿어줄지는 모르겠지만. 오늘 오너가 내가 일하는 곳에 왔었어.
You know, if you worked in any place that was not a cafe, that might mean something. But as it is a cafe,
그래서
yeah.
그 아이와 네 얘기를 했지. 대체 그 아이는 왜 너에게 반한 건지 정말 이해를 못하겠어.
Well, he's tall, he's good looking, he's got awesome hair, he's got a fun, teasing personality. What is there not to like?
하지만 오너가 슬퍼하는 모습은 더 이상 보고 싶지 않아. 너에게 그 아이를 맡기는 바보 같은 짓은 하고 싶지 않지만 그 아이가 얼마나 널 좋아하는지 알게 된 이상 너에게 묻지 않을 수가 없었어. 유리, 네 마음은 어때?
그걸 왜 너에게 말해야 하는 거지?
그 아이의 행복을 위해서는 확실히 해야 할 문제니까. 말해보시지. 계속 피하면서도 사실 그 아이를 걱정하고 있는 거잖아. 그렇지 않으면 이렇게 얌전히 내 얘기를 듣고 있겠어?
시끄러워. 네 녀석의 설교는 듣고 싶지 않아.
모든 여성을 만족시키는 네 발매 컨셉과 맞지 않은 행동을 하려니 힘든 건가? 정곡인가 보군. 그런 것에 구애받지 말고 좀 더 솔직하게 행동하도록 해. 만약 네가 할 수 없다면 내가 할 거야. 각오하라고.
뭐?
네 녀석에게 상처 입는 걸 볼 바에는 내 품에 가두는 것도 나쁘진 않지.
If you aren't nice to her, I will take her and I will force her to like me, even if she doesn't want to, 'cause she loves me.
너 지금 날 협박하는 거야?
글쎄, 마음대로 생각해. 어쨌든 난 진심이야. 알지? 난 너한테 절대 농담 같은 거 안 해.